I've been in your waters.
What's up, guys? It's Matt with Good to Go Fishing, and welcome back. Today we are going to do something that I have not seen anybody do yet in the open pour bait making community, and I can't wait to show you guys this new technique. I don't know, it's new to me. I've only been making baits for like a couple months or something, but I have not seen anybody do this yet. So let me know in the comments below if you have seen this before, or if it's old news, or if it's pretty creative and new. But anyway, before we get into today's episode, I got something exciting that just showed up in the mail about 5 minutes ago. This is a pretty big swim bait rod. I think it's a 7.9, something like that. Make sure it's not damaged. That would be a pretty big bummer if I got it and it was damaged. This is the Dobbins Fury 795 SB. I got it from Tackle Warehouse for $129.99. I couldn't be happier, guys. This thing is sweet. Let's pop it out of here. There we go, boys. I'm part of the Dobbins Swimbait Rod fan club. This is a medium heavy fast action for baits 1 to 5 ounces. Pretty sharp. Alright, guys, now we got that out of the way, let's get into making some baits. So what we're going to do today is make some baby bass lures. I'm going to heat up this plastic. I'm going to degas it. I got some black dye in it. I'm just going to pour it on the plate and let it flatten out and cool down. That way we can easily cut thin layers right into it just using a normal razor blade. All we do now is just pour it out. What I want to do is have a super thin layer. That's my crash symbol right there, if you guys didn't know. So I'm just going to pour it out, flatten it out as much as possible, and then after that we could get cutting into it. You could do so many cool designs with this too, man. Like, the possibilities are endless. I did a perch pattern a few weeks ago that I posted on Instagram. It turned out really good. Alright, now that that has cooled down relatively quickly, it's only been like a minute or so. Now I'm going to just cut out these lateral lines and try to do it in a way that doesn't look horrible. Because you could do just like a normal vein, like a black line as the vein, but this way you could kind of cut it out. Because the lateral lines on largemouth bass aren't really just a solid line. I'm just doing like a zigzag pattern and a straight line for the top. I think that looks pretty good. I'll do that on the other side, see if we can mirror them. There you go. That should work out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and do these other two, and then we'll come back to it when I'm putting them on. This part seems to be the only hard part so far. Just lining it up, making it look nice and pretty. Now. right, there you go, guys. I want to let this melt onto the mold for just a couple minutes. Then I'm going to put them together, close them up, and then we'll do the bottom layer. This is pretty cool so far. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anybody do it like this. I don't know. I haven't. If you can, point me in that direction because I'd like to learn a thing or two because I'm super new at this. But so far, this might be the deal right here, man. This is sweet. All right, so for the bottom layer, we're just going to go with some white pigment powder. This is just cheap stuff from Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $7, but it works really good. So we'll just add a little bit of this and maybe some blue highlight here. Got a piece of black flick in there. All right, sweet. All right. Just going to add a tiny bit of this blue highlight. Let's see where that gets us. Yeah, that blue highlight is so freaking awesome. It's so subtle, and when you turn the lure or the bait at an angle, you could barely see like a blue hue. All right, let's take a look at it on the table. Yeah, I think that'll do. All I'm going to do is pour it right up to that hook slot. Right up to those lateral lines. All right, guys, so easy pour so far. Slightly concerned with this new thing that I'm trying because I've never done lateral lines on a bass like that, and I could see some issues that could be potentially happening. So there's the lateral lines that I'm using are kind of a little bit thicker than I wanted. I'm not sure if they will adhere too well to the mold. I'm not sure if they will slip down as it gets hotter and hotter. And I'm not sure if there's going to be any bleeding, but this is what you do when you're making baits. You just experiment and try a bunch of stuff and see what exactly works for you guys. But after this cools down, we're going to add the top layer, which is just going to be a standard green and green pumpkin, some black glitter, or maybe even some green. I'm not sure. I think black will be sufficient, but we'll see, guys. I'm going to add in some of this Dead On Plastics green colorant, if it'll focus. Maybe you guys can see it. Let's try the trick they use on the internet. Yeah, that works. Maybe. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use this Lure Works Green Pumpkin 109. And then on top of that, I'm going to be throwing in some Lure Works Black Glitter. This is the .040 size hex. I love that freaking green from Dead On Plastics, man. It's just so soothing to look at. Very relaxing to look at. Now, I don't want this top layer to be too dark because it will not end up contrasting well with that black lateral line. I think that's a good enough color. Let's add a dab of this black glitter. Not too much. Can't take it away once it's in there, folks. Take a dab out on the table and see what we got. Little thicker, not much. There we go. 2 more drops. That Lure Works green pumpkin. There we go. That's looking nice. Yeah, I think that'll do it, man. I think that'll do it. I was thinking about putting some green glitter in there, but nah, this is good enough. All right, guys, this is it, man. This is what separates the men from the boys, and this is where I failed horribly in my last video. So let's see if I could get a good pour out of it. That tail is very narrow with the cutout plastic I made. All right, let's do the next one. I really like that green color too. I think that's going to turn out nice. There's a big old bubble right there. That should come out. If I leave it on the griddle, hopefully that the heat from the griddle will cause that bubble to bust. If not, I could poke it right now. See what happens. I've never done this. All right, cool. I didn't ruin it. Good. I was wondering if that would work. All right, now we're going to just chill out for a little bit, let these marinate per se, and then we'll come back here for the big reveal. All right, guys, while we wait on those to cool down, I think I just want to take a special moment to recognize my very first customer. I believe his name is Tom Davidson. He commented on my citrus shad video, and he said, "Man, that's awesome. I like that. I like to support fishermen, YouTubers, things like that." And he hit me up and he said, we negotiated a price, and he ordered 4 of them from me. So that's pretty awesome. But here's the ones I made for him, guys. In the new packaging that I got. I know it's not that awesome vacuum molded style, protect the swim bait tails from moving ever type packaging, or like the Guggen Squad where they all rely on marketing and good baits. But like, anyway, that's a story for another day. But I am super stoked to have my official first customer, so I just wanted to send a special shout out to him. I appreciate you, buddy. Let me know if you need any more, all right? So let's just kick back here, drink the rest of this beer, and kind of wait and see how these turn out. I'm really hoping they do well, man, because I got enough plastic for another set, and if it turns out good, I'm going to run them back and make 2 more. Stick with us. Stay tuned, folks. All right, guys, here it is, the big reveal. I'm really hoping this comes out good, man, because I've not really done this technique before, and kind of experimenting is so much fun. Sometimes it gets ruined, but sometimes you have little happy accidents and things like that. But I don't know. Let's open it up and see what we got. What? I did not expect that lateral line to bleed like that. That is crazy. That is super freaking cool, man. Look at this, guys. This lateral line right here somehow ended up bleeding down there, and it looks like some sort of other fish pattern. Not not what I wanted to have happen, but I think that is freaking sweet though. Wow. I wonder if it did it on the other one too. It did it on the other one. Wow, that was a happy accident if I ever seen one before. Well, guys, no big dramatic reveal for these ones. Uh, I like the effect. This one didn't bleed at all. This is kind of what I was intending to have happen the first pour. Looks pretty clean so far, but there's a couple issues here that I'm seeing. One, I'm getting air bubbles. I don't know if you guys could see that. Let me see if I could zoom in here. I'm getting air bubbles trapped right where I had that piece of plastic cut out for the lateral line. See that? Alright guys, look at these beauties. I really like that lateral stripe that I made, man. Just cutting it out. Turned out way better than I thought, to be honest. Now that the light's hitting it, I'm starting to notice a lot more of that black glitter there. Check it out, guys. This is cool, man. I really like this. Alright, guys. Pretty awesome. Little bit of flashing. And then I got some weird little hole right here. Must have been an air bubble where that middle lateral line didn't make its way all the way to adhere to the mold, but pretty cool baits, guys. Pretty cool baits. Let's take another look at this one. This one looks way sweeter with that thin line. Oh, I'm going to hold it like a bass too. Look at that. Got to hold it to the camera real quick, make it look 3 times as big. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think that's actually going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something new. I'm really excited about this new technique. I think there's a lot that you could do just by simply pouring out the plastic and cutting your designs out that way. So if you do like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And also, if you're into kayak fishing, belly boat fishing, catch, clean, and cook, deer hunting, and bait making, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell as well, so you guys can get notified when a new video drops. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.